Sup, you fools! Mad ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. We did it, guys. We watched all rehearsals of the day, and the second half of the day was all about the Big Five and the host country, Portugal, rehearsing for the very first time. Yes, we got to witness the staging of these countries, and now we know them all. We know them all. So let's focus on the 6 new ones that we saw today and talk about who did we like the best and who do we think, you know, maybe they need a little bit more improvement. It wasn't quite there yet. So let's talk about the good stuff first. So who do you think, and you can only pick one, Fernando, but you can point out a few good ones, but which one was your favorite of the day?
Well, all 6 did well. However, in my opinion, Italy impressed me the most.
Italy?
Yes.
Why?
The presentation, the way they are singing, the whole package. Even when there's a duo, it's always a little bit of a risk, and even the message. For example, they're not coherent. They're not speaking to the public, but they're speaking to someone else, and that they manage to transmit that and telling the public, listen, we're not ignoring you, but this is not for you. This is for, you know, where they need to spread their message, and that is something that it is very difficult for an artist to transmit, I think.
All right. What about you, Sean?
I'm kind of torn between Portugal and Germany because both of the songs and the performances are very special, very emotive, have a lot of meaning to them. And today, with the Big Five and Portugal, I mean, all of the songs really have some kind of emotive quality to them, really. They're quite slow songs this year, so it does lend itself to that. I do like what Germany have done with the LED screen. I think it's a very emotive performance and they have done really well, but I'm probably going to have to be slightly biased and go with the song that I prefer, but I think also had the better performance, which is Portugal. And I think just the way that it's staged with the old style spotlights and, you know, the intimacy of the performance, and you know that she's got so much emotion coming through her in this song. I think it just about pips Germany for me for the best performance of the day.
All right, that's fair. So Portugal for you, Italy for you. So my opinion on that is, I agree with both of you, actually. I do think if I had to pick top 3, the 3 that definitely the running are Portugal, Germany, and Italy for me. They just were definitely they left the biggest impression. Portugal was not a song that I was quite as gravitating towards, but I have to admit, the staging was very appropriate. There's still some few things that I wanted to see fixed, so that's why I'm not picking as my favorite, but I can see why it is appealing now. It really works with the song. When you do it right, it's just so good. And obviously Germany, I'm biased towards that one, but I love Italy, so Italy is going to be my choice. So Italy just really impressed me. It really touched me in a certain way where it really delivers an emotion, so I just feel that way. That's the best one. So Italy wins our
vote. Used to be an overall today, so that's
sorry, but maybe you're not, because now we're talking about the ones that, you know what, maybe that one should be a little better. There should have been a few changes. We're not quite there yet with that performance. Who would you pick?
If there was a name that leapt out to me straight away, it'd be France.
France?
France. Not that I was really expecting too much from the performance, but I think I probably got caught up in the hype of the room, and you know, because it was the last performance of the day that we hadn't seen, I think inside I was just hoping for something that screamed winner, and obviously it was second or third in the odds at the time, so there were high hopes for this, but it's not that it's a bad performance, it's just so basic, and there was nothing new or really that exciting for me for this song. It's not really a song that I'm massively fond on. I do appreciate its quality, but I just feel that there should have been more there, and I don't think it's going to make sense to a lot of Europe. The other one I would mention is the United Kingdom, as much as it pains me as a British person to say, but I can see scope for improvement there with the plan that Surrey and the BBC have got. Whereas with France, it just feels like they've had I don't know, they've not really been very creative with the performance this year, which is a shame when you look at the last two. When you look at, with France in particular, look at last year's performance with Alma and the year before with Amir, they got quite creative and it just seems like a step back.
Step back for you both. Yeah. What do you think, Fernando?
I think the UK, for me, the reason is that staging, voice-wise, she was good, but staging and camera-wise, she started from here and she never picked up.
Yeah.
there is something missing, even during the rehearsals. Either she missed some cues, or as the camera work isn't right. There is something that needs improvement.
Okay.
And I think that, yes, the UK can improve.
Okay. Well, it's very interesting. I'm kind of glad that we're on the same page, because those are the two one I was going back and forth between for different reasons. UK, just because the vibe wasn't there. I don't think the staging, as you said, was not quite as slick as in previous last year, and it feels a disconnect there. But I have to go with France as well.
Oh,
so
really?
I was a close one, but it's close, and only because, for the same reason, I can only echo what you're saying. It is the fact that we know what the song is about because we are Eurovision fans, and non-Eurovision fans only will hear French and then merci, merci, thinking we're singing about thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and then it seems almost more like a love song rather than a song about humanitarian crisis and the baby born on a boat, because they're kind of facing each other in a certain way, sometimes walk towards another. So I think the message is lost in the staging if you don't speak French. That doesn't mean the song is now bad. The melody, if you like the melody, then it still can do. But I just feel they lost the message with the staging here. And that's why I said, maybe they can do something with it. Maybe something is still coming and we don't know yet. But at this point, I have to pick somebody. So anyway, those are just our opinions. So why don't you go ahead and let us know, based on the clips, who impressed you the most, or who did you disappoint you the most? Leave your thoughts below in the comments section, and we will be back tomorrow, actually, right? Because that's going to be another long day, starting with the semifinals with Russia. So see you then, and thanks for subscribing. You have done that, right? Okay. Anyway, if you're not, then do it now. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.